Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another exciting session that we have lined up for you all. Thank you for joining us back. Before we move ahead, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, We Commission, Value Leaf, Microsoft, InMob, AdPub.social, Admitad, Collect Sent Ads, Branch, Offer 18, Amar Ujala, The Indian Express, Celebite, and Nielsen. Without any further delay, let's begin the fireside chat on a 360-degree approach to perfecting an affiliate program. The chat is being moderated by Ms. Neha Kulwal, Country Manager, Admitad India, and the panelists for this chat are Mr. Manmeet Singh, Affiliate Lead, APAC, Northern LifeLock, and Mr. Sahil Nayar, VP Marketing, The Moms Co. Over to you, Ms. Kulwal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us for this fireside chat round on how we can better organize our online marketing practices around the line of affiliate marketing. Well, I must say I'm pretty happy to have this chat with two important industry segment leaders, Norton Lifelock and the Momsco. For that, I would especially like to welcome my friend Manmeet from Norton Lifelock, I've been working from the times of Zoe. He's one of the key person who set up the affiliate program for Flipkart as well, and who is now leading the affiliate segment for APAC region for Norton Lifelock. And Sahil Nair, who is the VP Sales and Digital Marketing at the Momsco and has worked with the brands like Revlon and Kama Ayurveda and has been heading e-commerce for them. Today's chat is around a 360-degree approach to perfecting an affiliate program. Nothing new to say that the e-com market has gained drastically over the years, but yes, it's interesting to say it has grown over the last months. Its e-commerce has transferred the way business is done in India. As per the IBF report, the Indian e-commerce market is expected to grow to $200 billion by 2026. Much of the growth for this industry has been triggered by an increase in internet and smartphone penetration. The ongoing digital transformation in the country is expected to increase India's total internet user base. Rising smartphone penetration, launch of 4G network, and increasing consumer wealth, online retail sales in India is expected to grow. Before moving towards the discussion, I would first like to share a conversation flow for our audience. We'll be taking discussion on three parts: setting up an affiliate program, how do we promote and manage it, and how do we analyze this particular channel. So, Sahil, my first question is to you that when you set up an affiliate program, the first basic is to set an objective. How do you set an objective for an affiliate program?
It's a very interesting question, Neha. I think, when we go back to looking at objectives, I think for any brand, and I mean, I'll speak more from a brand perspective, I think it's very, very key for us to understand why are we doing what we are doing. And I think that very, very strongly applies to affiliate program. I think an objective needs to first of all tie in with what your brand objective is. Because I think a very popular mistake a lot of people do is they just look at affiliate and they think of only sales. I think what we tend to forget is acquisition, users, right? New users. So it's very important to go back to understanding what is your brand's objective. So if you're a newer brand, I think your objective more than jumping into getting sales is to get consumers, is to drive awareness, is to bring new users to your site or wherever you're driving them, right? So I think for if you ask personally for us, objective had to change. Our initial objective when back in the day affiliate program started was to drive more sessions, drive more visitors, drive more people onto understanding who I am and what does my brand stand for. Due course of time is when the objective slightly changes, and that then your objective is to tell them, okay, now you have believed in me and now you can shop my brand, right? So I think things like all your cashbacks and coupons and bloggers, that's obviously one side of setting an objective, and the other is obviously something which is more long term, which is when we say about your visitors, your sessions, and then you decide on probably retargeting them. So objectives need to be in two. Either it's an impact objective or it's a long-term objective. So I think you need to go back and see from a brand perspective, what are you driving at that moment? And I think that makes it very, very key for you to set objective.
Very true, because I feel that 80% of brands in other countries, they first onboard affiliate channel to increase brand and awareness. Then they look for retention. Then they look for acquisition. So everyone has to understand that affiliate channel is actually very key, actually make an important role in actually creating that brand awareness as well. So my next question is to Manmeet, because you've been setting up affiliate program for different e-commerce market. Now you're leading the APAC market for Norton LifeLock, and you've been going to different countries to set up your affiliate program. So I would like to understand, what are your key steps to set up an affiliate program in terms of choosing a partner, technology, or it could be payout deciding factor. What are the factors which you take into consideration?
The first step would be, of course, deciding which technology or which partner would you go ahead with while setting up an affiliate program. Now, I had the privilege of setting up the affiliate program in two of my previous stints at Zovi and then at Flipkart. In my current stint at Norton, I have inherited a mature affiliate program, so did not have to do a lot of setting up as such, but had to do a lot of tweaks to scale up the program. So if I say about my experience at Flipkart or Zovi, the first thing while deciding a technology partner is the scale of the business. Now, if you are at a scale of a Flipkart or a Amazon, where your scale to a GMV crores of rupees, you have the option of having your in-house technology, completely developing the affiliate program in-house with your own engineers, own product managers. So it's a complete in-house development and your own engineering team supporting it. Second option that you can have is probably um, have a technology platform like say a GetCake or has offers and integrate with your order management system to do the tracking and attribution. But these methods are very capital intensive. You need resources, you need money to sustain it. So it makes sense only for a bigger company to invest in storage such resources and time, efforts, money to develop your own program. In case of say mid-sized businesses or e-commerce businesses, it's better to go with a say a SaaS platform like a Impact or say a fully end-to-end a platform which provides full end-to-end services like say a CJ or a Rakuten, Linkshare. So these are platforms where you can start the program in the platform itself, do the tracking, attribution, payments, everything is there inside the platform. So basically, the scale of your business is the first criteria which will decide your technology partner. Once you know what you want to do, second is deciding the payouts. The payout would also depend upon what business you are into. So your category margins, your competition will decide how much payouts you're giving at a category. You're giving payouts at a category level. What will be attribution window for the payout? In industry, it ranges from industry to say for online travel or online shopping, the trend is to keep a 24-hour attribution window. Whereas say for niche verticals like B2C software like antivirus, which I'm working, the trend is close to 30 days or 60 days. So it ranges from 24 hours to or even last click right up to 60 days. So you have to decide that depending upon which industry vertical you are in. And secondly, then you design payouts based on, there are numerous criteria. One of the most important criteria while designing a payout, new versus existing customer. Many of the companies don't want to focus more on new customer acquisition. So probably you can have a differential payout or a better payout for new customer versus say an existing customer when he's coming through a big channel. If new customer acquisition is your focus. You can also have a platform level payout. You can design the payout to be in such a way where you pay a differential commission if a transaction happens on a say an app or a mobile website or a desktop website. So there can be multiple criteria you can decide your payout on, and also the attribution window. Thirdly, also once you have the platform and the payout structure in place, you need to get the right partners on board which are relevant for a vertical, and there are generic partners also who are relevant for multiple vertical industry verticals, and have a good partner support system in place to resolve their queries, ensure you have a very regular payment cycle where you're paying the affiliates on time, because you don't want to block too much of the publisher's working capital, because he won't be able to scale your campaign or else going in the future weeks or future months. And also ensure there is a publisher onboarding process in place. What are the tools and creative assets you will provide to the affiliate so that he can promote your products or services. So these are the major steps I would say that go up in setting up an affiliate program for your company. Of course, there are a lot many nitty-gritties, and the whole day can go in discussing all the things. But these are just the basics that I covered.
Thank you, Manmeet. So you mentioned about SaaS platforms, tracking platforms, which gives end-to-end tracking system. But the biggest challenge in India and at our network like us, Admitad, who are providing the tracking platform, apart from we are an affiliate network, we have set of publishers where clients can onboard. But the challenge we face in our, in particular in India region, Manmeet, you will be surprised to know that we are working on, like clients tell us that to work on GA reports, though Google Analytics is a wonderful analytical tool, and they work on offline model too, where we get reports after 24 hours, then we get uploaded on panel. This is a very basic. So it is very important. I would like to hear your thoughts on it, where how do you think that it can actually affect the long-term sustainability of an affiliate program when we work on offline model?
I am actually flabbergasted to hear that brands still use an analytical tool like GA to track orders. That's not what analytical tools are built for. It's to support you and not to use as a primary mode of tracking and attribution for affiliate channel. If you're really serious about developing affiliate as a acquisition channel for your business, uh, don't be stingy with the technology. Invest money for the long term. It's better to invest in a good technology platform for tracking and attribution. There are multiple ways I've mentioned to you. You don't need to. If you go for an end-to-end platform, say like a CJ or a Admitad, it may be a bit expensive. Whereas if you go for just a pure play technology platform like a GetKick has offers, you have to make more efforts in the integrating that, but it's comparatively cheaper. But using analytical tools is not the right way to do tracking and attribution. At the minimum, what clients need to do is uh, probably put the publishers or the partners pixel on their confirmation page, which will give real-time reporting to the partner so that he or she can then scale up the campaign. Because getting a report from GA, at the minimum it would be a 24-hour lag in providing the reports to you, and it would take time for the publisher to kind of analyze the data and then make changes to the campaign. So frankly, if you are serious about affiliate channel contributing to your acquisition efforts, uh, better use some of the proven technology platforms to do that.
Sahil, your take on it? I mean, I know Momsco has been providing the online tracking solution, everything, but your take on it,
I'm,
where
I'm, I'm as aghast as Manmeet is. I feel I think it's criminal to be not like very rightly he's mentioned, these are support, these are tools to assist you. These are not tools to drive. I think affiliate is a program to drive business, and you have to use an online tracking mechanics to drive business. GAs are these are I am not going to speak more about it. It's a strong recommendation for everyone who's viewing us to say that please move to an online tracking. It'll do you a lot of good in the long term, I think. Yeah.
yeah, because and so many changes coming at browser front. You see, Google Chrome has come up. I mean, the Firefox has come up with the changes. Google Chrome is coming up with changes, and those changes can only be adapted when you have a pixel in place, cross
Yes.
device
Yes.
tracking in place, and everything. So yeah, moving to our next discussion, that how do we promote and manage our affiliate program? Sahil, my question is to you. What do you think the communication? You've been working with an agency and an agency working with for the affiliate partners. How do you think the communication plays an important role in actually managing your campaign?
So I think communication here. I kind of look at it in two folds. One is communication with my affiliates, and one is communication with the end consumer. And I think that is very very key for any of the brands in any space, may it be fashion, may it be personal care, may it be an FMCG. It's I think it's pretty much at the fulcrum of trying to grow the business or to drive the business forward, because what happens is that if you do not treat an affiliate as a partner in the journey, they will be very disconnected to what, again, we going back to our first question as to what the brand objective is. So I think it's very important to have a constant, and I mean, we work a lot with Admitad, of course. I mean, they are I mean, my key partners. And I think there's a constant communication, maybe a sale, maybe a new launch, maybe anything happening. Believe it or not, there's a calendar shared with Admitad of the next 20 days. It's in the loop, right?
Yeah.
In all the design briefs that go out, because designers at the end of the day are I mean, on e-commerce, it is through design that you communicate. All banners, mailers, SMSs, every single communication channel needs to be tapped on. And while it's important for your homepage banners and your app pushes to be designed, it's very important to keep the same communication tonality when you are communicating to your affiliates, right? So I think it's very key in both forms, that please, we need to keep our affiliates very well apprised and informed about what's happening and it's pretty much day to day, right? They are your partner sitting out of office. That's the only difference. And
True.
second is to reach out to your consumers, because you don't just reach out to them, obviously, with coupons and cashbacks and to incentivize them, but they are also, like, we going back to see, the objective is, when the objective is to you drive awareness, is to go back and communicate your RTB, your reason to believe, why the moms go, why an XYZ, and that also goes back in seeing what does your brand stand for. So for example, if my brand stands for absolute purest natural certified products for moms and their babies, and my cashbacks is on a completely disconnected product from my portfolio, it's not interlinked, right? So it's very important to communicate that to the affiliate, and it goes back and stitches to the brand. So you have to have the whole very holistic, and the ecosystem needs to remain the same. Hence, I think I would communication is very, very key to driving this part of the business.
Thank you. Manmeet, I would like to ask about how do you tackle frauds? Because I know frauds have been part of the industry from quite a long time. So I would like to want to know your views. How do you tackle these affiliate frauds which happen day to day? It could be brand PPC.
Yeah, like a few rotten apples can spoil the brand. So affiliate has had a bad name because of the frauds that brands have experienced, and rightly so. That the channel has to take some blame for it. But that said, there are multiple tools available in the market to ensure you can keep your campaign clean using third-party fraud detection tools. There are multiple available. You can integrate with your affiliate system or use it with your existing through your agency. If you are outsourced your affiliate program, for example, there's Fraud Logics, there's Forensics, there's 24 Metrics. There are multiple tools available that that kind of detect fraud at a, say, depending upon the traffic you are getting. They see what domains the traffic is coming from, what is the order buying pattern. So for example, if you use a platform like Impact, it has an inbuilt for tool called Forensic, and Forensic is also available as a standalone tool in the market. That said, the best way to detect fraud is your in-house and order data analytics. When you see an anomaly in the buying pattern, so example, you go to at partner level and look at the buying, look at the conversion rate, or look at the transactions that the affiliate has driven over day to day or week on week or month on month. And if you see a huge anomaly in that, that means that is something to be investigated for. And once you go deep down at the order level for that particular partner, and you can see the customer, and if you have the access to the customer data at the order level, say what are the email IDs of the customers who have bought through that particular partner, what is the IP address of the customers who have bought through that partners. And if you see a lot of data matching, there is some anomaly in it. So your in-house data is the best way to detect frauds, frankly. And that data is at your disposal. The major fraud that I've experienced, especially for Indian market, I've seen is bulk buying or reselling, you can say. Say for a category like online shopping, when I used to work for Flipkart, I had experienced a lot of retailers actually buying mobile phones through the affiliate channel to earn the affiliate commission, because the margins of affiliate commissions are much more than the margins they used to get from the wholesalers. And so they were buying mobile phones on Flipkart through the affiliate channel. So that could easily be detected through the buying patterns of at a partner level, and you could communicate that to the affiliate, and probably instead of penalizing or canceling all the transactions, you identify those transactions and cancel those. So bulk buying or reselling is one major frauds, one of the major frauds that I've experienced. Then there's others like more sophisticated, like cookie stuffing through pop-ups or cookie hijacking, very common through browser extensions. And then there are not frauds, but more of compliance issues, I would say. Something like bidding on your brand keywords or domain squatting or probably email spamming, but affiliates trying to mimic your official EDMs. So those are the different types of frauds I have experienced, and but there are ways to tackle it, and uh, some time and effort is required to do that. But the ROI on your efforts is worth doing that, in investing time and efforts in detecting and and tackling frauds.
So we have one question in between. I go to my next setup. So, what are the sources to recruit quality publishers or quality affiliates? Yeah.
Sources to recruit is one is there are B2B websites where you can go, you can approach CPA networks first initially. If you are completely unaware about a market or how to approach, the best way to scale up would be going through reputed CPA networks or sub affiliate networks like yourself and
And you
others.
can ask for a transparency about the kind of
Yes,
publishing.
many CPA networks are not ready to be transparent because they it's supposed to be kind of a trade secret, because they feel that if they display or if they tell about the sub publishers, the brand can uh, uh, work with them instead of through the CPA network. So many would be reluctant to share the actual name of the sub publisher. They would rather say have a sub ID or something of that sort, rather than name the publisher. But yes, if the CPA network is confident enough and they can name the publisher, that helps a lot for the brand, because then you're not blind where your campaign is running. Otherwise, you are running blindly. For the brand, it is blind where your campaign is running. You will not know if the campaign is running on a website that isn't in line with what you want, say violence or pornography or whatever those sites. So you are blind to that. But if they can share the list with you, it's a win-win scenario for both. But that said, there are multiple. You can just do a Google search to see which are the top, say, cashback sites or top comparison sites, and then approach them through your various ways, LinkedIn or whatever, through your referral network to onboard them for your program. So multiple ways you can do that.
Okay. Now coming to analyzing the performance, Sahil, what are the factors? Because since you've been heading the sales and international expansion for your brand as well, and the whole digital marketing, with that approach, what are the factors you look at analyzing the performance of an affiliate channel?
So Neha, I think from when it, we've discussed before, I think data is pretty much key for anything related to any form of the business. And like Manmeet has said, scale is very important. So I think this is one metric, which is data, which is kind of applies to whichever scale you are at. Because if you are at a smaller scale, you need to look at data and look and analyze it, and not just harvest data to grow the business. And if you're already a very large business, you need to again look at data to know what's happening with the business to take it to the next step. Having said that, I think for an affiliate program, I'm not sure if I'm doing enough, but I can share what we are looking at is we are definitely obviously looking at what the CTRs and what the conversions are. Of course, that's something very basic. Apart from that, what we also analyze is what are the new users and what is the kind of retention we are driving with affiliate program. Going back to our first question of objective, because if the objective is new users and that is happening in line, I'm able to do a course correction if and when it's required. Because like we said, if you don't go back to an affiliate and communicate with them, we will not be able to drive what our objective is. So I think looking at what is your new and retention is very, very key, right? The other thing that we also look at is an average order value, at least for a brand like myself, where not just your selling prices are not we're not as expensive, because we are driven by value, but it's very important to try and drive the kind of order values, right? Because my ASP may be 500 rupees, but my order values need to be driven. So I look at a lot of order values from an affiliate, because then also, goes back to saying that, am I using the right publishers? Am I using the right network? If I'm not driving the order values which I aim to drive at. I think one thing which I'm not sure if you're doing as well, but I definitely, it's something on my to do, is to start tracking LTVs. For my affiliate program, because that's something I know everyone wants to do that. It's a tough one to do, but it's an important one to do. So I think these are the 4, 5, very key metrics. I don't know if you'll be surprised with this one, but RTOs and cancellations is something we look at, because it's such a largely run COD business, for at least for the beauty and personal care, I can say. And I think I have worked with fashion, so I know it's also true for fashion. Is the RTOs and cancellations. So I think that's already been covered in with Manmeet when he's spoken about fraudulent cases. But RTOs and cancellations we track pretty closely, to see, and that's again goes back to saying the kind of network. I mean, so much so I can tell you, Admitad and another one I wouldn't name, my RTOs and cancellations are the least from this network, vis-a-vis 3 other networks where my RTOs are the highest. So it's quite uncanny for me to say who do I need to work with and where do I need to park my dollars, right?
Right.
So RTOs and cancellations is also something which is quite key, at least to the business I'm in. But LTV, I really want to work on that now. That's my next.
Coming to the point, LTV, and another point is latent customers, where we actually request brands to actually look at, because yes, the end objective of client to get new users, but affiliate channel is a very important channel to create to retain your existing customers, increasing the LTV of your existing customers. And I would like to ask Manmeet that why brands, when they look at other channels, when they look at affiliate channel, they just want new users. So I would like to take your call there.
See, that's a bit unfair. You're right. So one cannot stop a user from clicking a affiliate link, say on a cashback site or a comparison site, and buying your product. It can be a new customer. It can be an existing customer. Neither the affiliate can stop nor the brand can stop. It's the customer who is doing it. So yes, there can be both new and existing customers. It's not that affiliate can drive 100% new customers, and neither can SEM do that, and neither can paid social do it. You can, and if you say you don't want to pay the network for the existing customers, would you say that same to Google, that you don't want to pay for the click because it was the existing customer, or you won't pay to Facebook because it was the existing customer? You cannot do that. So yes, what I would do is, as I said, so there is a lot of levers available where you can optimize your budget by paying lesser for existing customers and more for new customers. As I said previously, while setting up affiliate program, that way you can at least optimize your budget. But saying completely that you won't pay for the existing customer is a bit naive, I say, because you wouldn't dare do the same to Google or Facebook, and as such, if if a new customer acquisition is an issue through affiliate channel, say when you're doing a channel level comparison, say SEM versus affiliate and paid social, and say if a new customer ratio versus existing customer is lower in affiliate, you might want to see which particular partner or publisher is responsible for the higher number of existing customers. Because when you see at the data, you will notice that it is only few of the publishers who have a higher ratio of existing customer compared to new customer, not the entire channel. From my experience, it has been mostly the cashback sites and loyalty sites who have a high existing customer ratio and lesser new customer ratio. So if you remove them from the a list, your new customer acquisition would be much higher from what I've experienced. But that said, again, you need not remove them completely because they are an important segment. You can probably have a lower payout for them. So that way you can basically optimize the payout for different types of publishers and different type of customer who are coming through the affiliate channel. And when you're speaking of LTV, so yes, when you're doing a LTV, you want retention is mostly an issue when once the customer comes in, it's out of the affiliate's purview. Retention will be done by the email and your push notifications that the company sends to its customer. It's the how you and you will also see when you're seeing the acquisition of the customer, and you want to see the retention of customers between, you do a channel level comparison. What is the LTV from customers you have acquired through affiliate? What is the LTV of customers you have acquired through SEM? And if the difference is huge, then you can take decisions accordingly for each channel. So, but say from just giving an example from Flipkart, there was always this question of that affiliate is driving a lot of existing customers. But when we got down to a channel level comparison, uh, the average new customer to existing customer ratio, this is back in 2017, it was 38% new customer, the average website trip. And affiliate channel, when we did specifically for affiliate channel, what is the new customer to existing customer ratio? It was 33%, not much far from the average of the website. So it's not that the difference was huge. So you need to go down to data at a channel, at a different acquisition channel level. SEM, affiliate, social, SEO, direct and brand SEM will always have the best new customer acquisition. So it would be a wrong comparison to do that with direct and brand SEM. You better compare channels like say non-brand SEM, paid social, other digital paid digital channels. So yes, that's how I would go about it. Doing channel level comparison, having differential payouts to optimize your budget. Those are the ways.
Yes, rightly said. So we have to look at the different channel and how affiliate channel bringing the LTV and the also latent customers on board. So to conclude here, I would like my co-speakers to talk about um, what is the importance of the affiliate channel for an online brand, and like in 1 minute, because we're in short of time, Garima is there. So just 1 minute conclusion that I just want to understand from a brand's perspective the importance of an affiliate channel. Sahil, you may start, please. Yeah.
Yes, I think if I want to put that in very very few words, affiliate is as important as any other Facebook and Google channel, because what does happen specifically for brands, after a point of time there's a lot of clutter, and there is also a certain amount of saturation which drives with each channel. So I think when you go back and look at what your TG is, your target audience, I think a lot of brands will be surprised to see that there is that big part of the country, right, which which affiliates can reach out to, which probably not all your channels can reach out to, right? And that's probably one of the reasons why I go back and say affiliates drive a lot of new users for me as a brand. And I think it's one of my top three focus channels to look at, because we have to reach out to a much larger audience. And I think the target audience, at least for a lot of personal care brands, sit out of the affiliate network. And if you have publishers like us, network like yourselves, and the publishers like yourselves, I think it makes the journey much faster.
Thank you. Manmeet.
See, if, as I said before, if you set up and manage the affiliate channel correctly, it can drive wonders for your customer acquisition efforts. It's one of the most ROI centric channel that one can get. It's at a CPS or CPA level, depending on the vertical. You don't have to pay for clicks, you don't have to pay for impressions, you're just paying for sales. That's why it's ROI centric, and it takes the cancellations and RTOs into account, because you only pay to the affiliate after the return window is over. So I don't know what else would you want from your marketing
Thank you.
efforts.
Thank you, Manmeet. Thank you, Sahil. I think wonderful discussion, wonderful having you both here. And over to you, Garima, to take this forward. Yeah.
Thank you.